Siberius, and we about to get serious. It's the real Siberius, making fanboys furious.
Hello, YouTube, and welcome to The Real Siberius. In this episode, I want to talk about sometimes when you lose, you win. In the moment, losing can feel like failure. It hurts so much, it's difficult to see past it. It's almost impossible to see any positives that may come from it. However, as time passes, as emotions fade, you can look at your losses with wiser eyes. You can see past the pain and reflect on what you gained instead of what you lost. If Jordan never lost to the Pistons, does he have the strength to three-peat? If he doesn't lose to the Magic, does he have the drive and focus to three-peat again? Given the right perspective, our weaknesses can become strengths. With the right perspective, our biggest failures can turn into our greatest successes. After my fall, I tore down my life. I sabotaged my entire happiness because I didn't feel worthy of it. I destroyed myself. But what I didn't realize at the time was I had to do so I could rebuild myself, so I could be better, stronger, more resilient. I had to fail so I could triumph. When you let go of ego, fear, and self-hatred, you let go of anger, resentment, bitterness, and hate. When you move past these emotions, you can begin to forgive. Forgive yourself. Forgive your choices. Forgive your life. Once you forgive, you can move forward. You can then turn your character faults into character strengths. You can turn your mental weakness into mental fortitude. To succeed, you first have to be willing to fail. To fail, you first have to be willing to try. Failure is a part of Jordan's success. He turned losing into winning. He turned disappointment into passion. In doing so, he turned himself into a champion, into a legend, into a GOAT. Would he be able to do so without his failures? I don't think he would. Failure tears us down so we can rebuild ourselves again to succeed. I have failed miserably, but I didn't sit down and give in and wallow in self-pity and misery. I decided to make a change. I decided to change myself. It's hard to do. It takes work. It takes self-examination. It takes sacrifice. It takes compromise. It also takes selfishness. If I wasn't willing to be selfish, I wouldn't be where I am now. And I can't imagine not being where I am now. I could wish, I could want, I could hope, but it wouldn't change. My reality now is my reality. I am on a constant path towards self-improvement and growth. I don't ever want to be content with myself, because if I'm content with myself, I'm not challenging myself. I'm not pushing myself. I'm not trying to better myself. And I want to be better. A better version of my previous self. But to do so means I have to keep challenging myself. I have to keep pushing myself. I have to keep understanding there is no progress without discomfort. I need to push harder. I need to be better. I don't even know what the outcome of that will be. But as I look back at my decisions, at my life over the past few years since my accident, I don't have any regrets anymore. I made mistakes. I accept those mistakes. I take accountability for those mistakes, and now I have to move past them. And I have no regrets. I think if you were to sit down and talk with Michael Jordan, he would feel similarly. I can't even imagine how much it must have hurt to lose to the Pistons over and over again and not be able to overcome that obstacle. But if he gave up, if he had quit, if he decided, well, this obstacle can't be overcome, I'll just concede, I don't need to work on getting better, where would he be? We wouldn't know the name of Michael Jordan now. He'd be a footnote in the encyclopedia of the NBA. But he didn't give up. He pushed forward. He challenged himself. He pushed himself. He pushed his team. And eventually he overcame. I hope I continue to have that strength to do the same. Anyway, that's the end of the video. If you made it to the end, I certainly appreciate it. If you have not done so, please like and subscribe. And as always, I want to give a shout out to the content creators that continue to inspire me to do this. Uncommon Sense, Angry Old Hoops, Self-Researched NBA Facts, 93Z, Sports and Fitness Rants, Uncut Hoop, Scap Attack, Speam Engine, In Your Face Hoops, Eddie TV, King Speech Row, Goatcast Hoops. I always appreciate your guys' perspective and takes and your humor. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.